In life, many things are certain. With 21 Pilots, there are also a lot of things that are certain. In regards to Skelnazy, one of the things that is really certain is that Redecorate is a song full of mystery. Tyler says the song is really important. It's going to be hinting to what the next album and the final album of the Dima storyline is going to be. And it's who is the song about? There's three possible perspectives, or even two perspectives, or they could be talking about one person all together. We keep coming up with theories about Redecorate left, right, and center because it's one of the songs that we have to figure out to understand what, it's our key to unlock the Dima universe, especially in this era. Another thing that is really certain is that everyone loves Morph. We have a video on that subject later on this week, but what if I told you that Redecorate and Morph are basically the same song? Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a good day today. Hope your days are going well, and I hope it continues to go well. Let's get right into it. Let me nerd out. Let me indulge for a little bit here. And this is why Redecorate and Morph are so similar. So first off, the song titles basically mean the same thing. When you morph something, you are changing it. When you redecorate, you are changing it. Now, when you morph something, it can definitely take a different shape. When you redecorate, it can look like something completely different, but the entity is still the same. The best example that I can give is moving into a place. Let's say that there is let's say an IHOP somewhere, and then they get put out of business, the IHOP leaves the area, then an Olive Garden goes in the spot. The building redecorating, the building morphed into a completely different franchise. However, the entity is still the same. It's still a building, it's still a restaurant. It doesn't even have to be a restaurant because the entity will still be the same. It's still a building at the end of the day. I can completely morph into a complete narcissist saying, yes, I am the best 21 Pilots theory YouTuber on YouTube, but I'm not, that's Nalvis. But it doesn't change the difference that I make 21 Pilot content on the channel. I'm a YouTuber and I'm also a human being. I morphed into a narcissistic jerk, but I'm still a human at the end of today. If that makes any sense whatsoever. So basically, Redecorate and Morph mean the same exact thing, but the entity will always remain the same. And reason number two, and this one is the one I'm going to nerd out the most with because I'm a music major, and anytime to nerd out with music with you guys, I take that opportunity, and that is the chords for Redecorate and Morph are so similar. Similar, like, almost to a T. And I'm throwing out the intro to Redecorate. I'm treating it like the Chlorine intro, where the song starts after that intro ends. Because we know that intro to Redecorate, there was wonderful structure to say, puts my care stress, is Clancy's journals, a couple different chords there, but the actual song starts after that intro. So I'm gonna start with the choruses, the part where everyone kind of like sings along, in the concert part where that is supposed to capture you in. The chords are the exact same thing. They both start on an E major, go to a C sharp minor, go to a G sharp minor, and goes to an F sharp major. I wanna go like this, at least let me clean my room. If I keep moving, they won't know. Now the only difference is that Redecorate the second time, it goes to an E, C sharp minor, to a B, to the F sharp major. That is the only difference whatsoever, is that they use that chord instead of that chord. They use the B instead of the G sharp minor. The second time, where Morph uses the G sharp minor both times. But those chords are actually really similar with each other because the same chord the G sharp minor does, you have the first two notes of the B major chord in there. You have a B and D sharp. And if you throw that F sharp on top, you got the B major chord. And if you throw that G sharp on the very top of that, you get a little jazz chord in there. You can even throw it on the bottom. It will give you a G sharp minor 7. So you can see those chords are kind of interchangeable with each other. Super nerdy, yes. Super interesting, of course. And it gets even more interesting when we take a look at the verses of the song. Okay, so Morph. Each song, Redecorate Morph, they only have 2 chords in the verses. So in Morph, your chords are C sharp minor. And from there, you go to the F sharp minor. Can't stop thinking about if and when I die for it. Now it's seeing the if and when I truly different cries for it. And they both have different rhythms, of course, because that goes a lot faster than Redecorate, to where those chords are C sharp minor. Then it goes to a B major. Taking inventory of his life, seeing snapshots chronologically in line. Something told him he should look around and tidy up. He collected many things but never quite enough. Tried. And the fun thing, super nerdy again, is that you can actually, when you write a song, you can substitute that B out to the F sharp minor, because it's a music theory thing, basically. So your minor key, your C sharp minor, your relative major key, all of that is E major. The 2 chords to the E major is F sharp minor. The 5 chord of E major is B major. And in theory, you'll see a lot of classical composers sub the 5 chord, the dominant chord, for the minor 2 to keep the song going and take, because if we take, I don't know, C major. Completes. It resolves perfectly fine, but also resolves fine. So those chords can substitute out with each other, and it makes similar sense. So the chords in Redecorate and Morph are doing the same function. They are so similar with each other. Now, I don't know if this is on purpose or by accident they just use the same chords accidentally, or really on purpose, because if you think about it, again, you're redecorating Morph into something else. You're morphing Redecorate into something else. It is basically the same chords, the same structure, you just put a new color of paint on it. So, sorry about that. So I have a little theory on why they are so similar, and there are 2 main theories on this. First off is the Redecorate theory. Now, I have a whole video on this. I'll make sure to link it down in the description box below for you to check it out in full. Basically, the brief summary of it is that the Dima in the bishops are trying to cover up everything the trench era was. They're trying to redecorate, put a new coat of paint on it, make it seem like it's completely something else. That is why they redecorated the vulture into trash. They redecorated the East is Up logo, something the Banditos used, into the side. They just rounded the edges a little bit. They are possibly redecorated the colors, definitely. They painted over them with blue and pink. And it's quite possible they took Morph, a song about Nico, about Nicholas Bourbaki, and redecorated into Morph. Something that's like, Clancy, look what you've done, rub your nose in it, or something along those lines, trying to redecorate Morph. And maybe there are parallels with other songs off of JLAndersonMusic that have redecorated versions of, like, you can see parallels between that as well as songs off a trench. Like, think about Legend, for example. You can say that the redecorated version of that would be Formidable, or the outside is a redecorated version of Pet Cheetah or something like that, if you get what I'm saying. Theory number 2 is definitely very interesting, and it is that Redecorate is the Bishop perspective of Morph. So you get the Bandito perspective of Morph. He sees like what everything really is, and then with Redecorate, you go through the eyes of the bishops, which we've talked about it being a Bishop perspective thing for quite some time. There's a theory that these 2 albums are happening at the same time. One's the Bandito vision and one is the Bishop vision. I know I talk to Patience every now and again. Patience, whose channel I'll also make sure to link down in the description box below because they have great theories and covers on their channel, is huge when it comes to the Bishop perspective thing, especially when it comes to No Chances. We have a whole video on that. Once again, link down in the description box below on that. And it's interesting. It's all really interesting. And this all could be a major coincidence. I'm going really deep into it for no reason, or this could be on purpose. Also, it is definitely worth pointing out, and I should have brought this up in the similarity section, but that is the fact that when it goes scaled back and isolated, it sounds like, especially at the end, when Tyler does the "Oh, Redecorate" for the very last time, it sounds like the breakdown before the Josh Dunn section of Morph. Like, put them back to back. There are YouTube videos where they put Redecorate, Morph back to back, and they are super, super similar, and it's scary. It is scary, scary good. Just like this person on my TV right now is getting scared from this haunted house they are walking in while doing a report on the news. Hilarious. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go edit this video. I'm super tired. I drove for a long time today and yesterday, so I am super, super tired. But I'm with this video. If you guys have any theories, any ideas at all, do you think I'm blowing this way out of proportion, or do you think there's something there? Do you think I missed something? Please let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, there's ways to support the channel in the description box, as well as the ones you know, and I'm not going to repeat because you know them by now. But I guess I'm gonna end this video, go to bed because I am super tired and it is midnight. So I'll see you all later. Goodbye, and more importantly, have a good day, and I'll see you later.